truckle on now. Let's talk about Major League Soccer, which kicked off last weekend, of course. Toronto, Fabrizio Romano, obviously, getting ready to welcome Lorenzo Insigne, but there's some other Serie A names being discussed. What do you have for me?
Yes, another Italian is coming, and he's Domenico Criscito. We call him Mimmo Criscito. He's the left back of Genoa, the captain of Genoa for many years. He was also Zenit St. Petersburg player, very good player, experienced player, of course. He's not a young talent, but he's a player that could be very helpful for Toronto. A lot of leadership, great mentality. He's super appreciated into the dressing rooms, and he's very good with penalties too. So he will have a fight with Lorenzo Insigne, I'm sure, to take penalties at Toronto, because both of them are very good with penalties. My feeling is at the end Lorenzo will win, but Domenico Criscito,
I think so too.
It's very good. And it's a very interesting signing, because they want to complete everything right now in March, not in July as with Insigne. So they're trying to complete everything immediately with Genoa and with Criscito. Genoa are trying to build something new with young players, and this is why they're open to let him go. And so Criscito is really one step away from joining Toronto. They have a verbal agreement. They're waiting for contracts to be ready and signed, but Criscito will join Toronto very soon.
Is this the beginning of something with Toronto here? Obviously, we know the Italian-Canadian connection in Toronto, the city itself. Are we expecting more Serie A talent, do you think, in Toronto?
Maybe it could be a good option. I'm sure that having Lorenzo Insigne is helping. Lorenzo in particular is a big attraction for many Italian talents, for Italian players in general. We had a lot of rumors also in the last few months about Andrea Belotti as a possibility. I'm sure that Belotti wants to take his time before deciding about Toronto. It's true that they approached him. They had an approach with his agent, but he wants to take his time, saying he answered to Zenit St. Petersburg, who approached him. He's doing well now for Torino. He scored 2 goals in a row. So this is why he wants to decide in June and not now. But Toronto, I'm sure they will try to build with Italians, and maybe one day to have an Italian manager. Who knows?
Ooh, that would be interesting. Well, Roberto Mancini, maybe after the World Cup, he comes over.
It would be amazing.
Andrea Belotti, by the way, only 28, so he has a little bit of time to think about what he wants to do. Staying in MLS, Hector Herrera, Double H, moving to Houston Dynamo. There's a lot of conflicting, as always, with El Tri and their fan base about what this means. What's the latest on that, by the way?
Yes, Hector Herrera wanted to do his move from Atletico Madrid, talking about summer. He will complete the season with Atletico Madrid and then move in the summer. And so there is an agreement, in principle, it's a verbal agreement between Houston Dynamo and Hector Herrera. It's a contract till 2025. Atletico Madrid are prepared to let him go. He had some approaches also from European leagues like Serie A and Premier League clubs, asking him about waiting for the summer and then make his move. But he's really attracted by this possibility of playing in MLS. He wanted to do this move, and so everything is in the final stages, also in this case, like for Criscito. We just wait for contracts to be ready and signed. They have verbal agreements, and so Herrera and Criscito will be soon in the MLS.